Welcome to the Janome Creative Studio. In this video tutorial, I'm going to show you how to make these fast and fun felt baskets that are made right in the hoop on the MemoryCraft 550E. Now they're so perfect because they're tiny and you can store your favorite little notions in them. I like to use mine to store my needles. So needless to say, we're going to have some fun today. And I'm going to show you how to make it either plain or you can customize it with the applique and put your own accents or customization with a word or a monogram. So let's get started. This stinking cute little felt basket was created by my friend Erin Schlosser. Now she simply drew the design idea out on a piece of paper, photographed it, and then using the AcuSketch app, she traced that design and imported it into her embroidery machine to stitch out. We're sharing this design with you. So click on the link below in the description and you can download the embroidery file to take it to your embroidery machine. The AcuSketch app is a free download in the Apple Store. Simply download it to your iPad and soon you'll be creating your own designs with ease. It's a great entry-level embroidery program for folks who just want to get into creating their own designs because it's so easy to use. So let's pull this design up on the 550E and get started. Once we've imported the embroidery file right to the machine, it's very easy to customize the applique. Simply go to the Home button and then select the letters icon. Now we're going to make sure we've touched this icon right here at the top to make sure that the word is vertical, and then we want to make sure the S is selected so that it will be a small font. And then we want the small or lowercase letters right here. So these are the three icons we're paying attention to. Now we simply want to type out the word needles. Once we've typed out the word, simply say OK. Now we're going to scroll over here until we find the rotate button, which looks like this. It's like a circle with arrows, and we're simply going to rotate it around until we have positioned the word needles like that, because when we fold the basket over, we don't want the word to be upside down, and this will take care of that. So then we say OK, and we're going to go back here, and then we're going to move it into place, and you can hold the button down. Whoops, it's a little too big, so all we need to do is shrink it a bit. And for that, we're going to find this little icon right here, which is the resize icon, and we're going to shrink it down to 80%. And now we're ready to go. Simply say OK, and we're ready to stitch out this design. Now that we have everything ready to go, I'd like to share with you one of my favorite features of the 550E. It's the trace and baste feature. I've got my felt fabric already cut to size and just laying on top of my stabilizer in the hoop. Now the stabilizer is actually hooped, but with the trace and baste feature, with the push of a button, I can literally baste that felt to the stabilizer to secure it for the embroidery. Simply touch the trace and baste icon on your screen and press the Start Stop button, lower the presser foot, and you're ready to go. Now when it's all done basting in the hoop, simply click on the X on the screen to go back to your design and press the Start button to start your embroidery. Now about halfway through, you'll see me put the red fabric down for the applique, and you'll need to do that too, but the machine will tell you when it's time. It only takes just a few minutes to stitch out this design. Now when it's all done, simply remove the hoop from the embroidery machine. I like to leave the design in the hoop while I trim around the applique shape. You can use some curved or applique scissors. It makes it easier to get really close to that applique. Then you're going to remove this from the hoop itself, remove the stabilizer from behind the design, and trim as close to the stitching as you possibly can get. Then we'll meet back here and I'll show you how to cut open those buttonholes and put the basket together. Now that you've got your little basket all cut out, the only thing left to do is to put a little slit inside of each of these 8 large buttonholes. Now I like to do that with a very sharp seam ripper, and the way to do that is simply to put your seam ripper in at one end and carefully just push it along, slicing the fabric, but don't go all the way through to the other side where you have the stitching or the threads. So do that for all 8 of your buttonholes, and I've got one more to do here. And then we're going to fold the basket and tuck our little tabs in. So how it's put together is you fold the basket like this, and then you tuck this little tab through both of your buttonholes and feed it up through like this, and then back through the other buttonholes like this. So now there's no excuse. You have everything you need to make this cute little basket. Remember, the link is in the description below, and you can customize it any way you want. In the meantime, I'm going to fill this one with my needles and then make more for my friends.